Hey y'all, it's Amanda, and today we're going to be talking about starting cool season crops here in my Texas Zone 8 garden. Okay, if you garden in Texas Zone 8, you can plant these cool season crops right now. I'm going to be working on lettuce, spinach, and radish. And if you don't live in Texas Zone 8, stay with me because I'm going to show you exactly how to tell if you can plant these now as well. So one of my big goals for the new year is to produce more food that my family can utilize. And I think in the past, I've tried to grow a lot of food that just was trending, that people were really into, and I try to grow a lot of different varieties. This year, I'm really just going to focus on growing what we like and what we are able to eat. And lettuce and spinach are definitely a staple within our household, so I'll be really excited to try those. Radishes, while we do like and eat radishes, I don't usually buy them, so I thought this might be a fun one to start and try out. Okay, so it's mid-January, and people might be asking why Texas Zone 8 is ready now for these cool season crops. So here in Texas Zone 8, winters are mostly mild. This year has been extremely mild, where we've been hitting consistently in the 70s in January, which is crazy. Cold snaps are very short-lived. We might dip down just a touch, but they really don't last more than a couple of days. And soil is often workable even in January. We don't typically have frozen soil in this particular area. So in Texas, we don't wait for spring, we wait for windows. We call them planting windows in Texas. And that is because our windows look different than other people's windows, particularly because it gets so hot and the winters are just not the same every year. They're different all the time. So typically we're looking for planting windows, and surprisingly, we don't have a lot of planting windows in the mid to late summer, actually, because it's just too hot. So utilizing opportunities like now to get some cool season plants out there is pretty exciting. Okay, so first we have to do a soil check. So let me show y'all what that looks like. All right, you definitely want to check your soil to see if it's possible to even be able to sow these in your soil. So actually kind of a mess in here. We'll have to do a little bit of weeding and stuff before I actually get started. On this side, I've got several tulips that I've got planted, and they're already coming up, which is super exciting. I'm going to go ahead and loosen up some of these weeds real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Soil check. Can you dig in the soil? Well, obviously I've been digging. It's been no problem to dig in the soil as I'm pulling up all of these weeds. Is it crumbly, not muddy? Yes, it's definitely crumbly. Definitely not muddy, because you definitely don't want waterlogged soil. Waterlogged soil will definitely lead to freezing for your plants. And is it unfrozen below the surface? It is. I could dig down about 6 inches and it would be fine. So this soil is more than okay for me to go ahead and do some direct sowing in it for some cool season crops. So cold soil is fine. Frozen or overly saturated soil is not. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to start off with some winter sowing. Okay, I do need to add some nutrients to this soil before I get too far along. Okay, I had to step away to take a kid a place, but I'm going to go ahead and add in some compost in this area. And I am going to still go ahead and take it across the area where I have tulips as well, because I think I'm going to work some radishes into this area where the tulips are. I think that would work just fine. And I can have them all coming up at the same time. I don't think it'll be an issue. Tulips will be much later because I'll get radish earlier. So I'm just going to start and really just try to get some compost spread in to the soil. Just make sure that we've got some nutrients. One of my big goals this winter is to do a better job top dressing my beds with compost. All right. And I just top dress and then I let the worms and stuff work the compost down. All right, now we're ready to plant. Okay, I'm going to be working with Fairy Moore's French breakfast radish, and these get planted at about 1/2 inch deep. So I'm just going to start some very simple little troughs. I'm just going to come across with my hori knife and just make a little divot. And I think I'm just going to do 2 lines of them to start off with, because I don't want all my radishes come out at the same time. So I'll just start with 2 lines of them, and then in a couple of weeks I can plant a couple of more. And they're planted at 1/2 inch deep. And I can't imagine that I would eat tons and tons of radishes. I don't know. So I'm dropping in. I'm trying to I might do one more in the center, row of 3. I'm trying to have them about 3 to 4 inches apart, but you can thin them if need be. All right, and then I'm just gonna basically come together like this, just using my fingers to basically pinch the soil over the seeds I just planted, and then press down, just like that. Okay, and the radishes take about 3 to 7 days to germinate at about 1/2 inch deep. You need to thin them aggressively once sprouted, making sure you got a good 4 to 6 inches between each radish, and then need full sun to part sun. Radishes don't want to be delayed. Cool weather gives them the best flavor. And then just a tip for Texas, you can resow every 7 to 10 days. Earlier planting avoids heat stress. Heat stress makes them taste terrible. Now let's move over to some lettuce. French breakfast radishes are a classic heirloom radish with crisp, mild flavor and red skin tipped and white. They grow quickly, maturing in about 22 to 30 days and typically reach 2 to 3 inches long with a crunchy texture. Best grown in full sun with evenly moist, well-draining soil, ideal for spring and fall planting. All right, lettuce is flexible and forgiving. We're going to be working with Fairy Moore's Mesclun Gourmet Greens mixture. So I wanted to do a mix of stuff. I don't like having all the same lettuce. I like a bunch of different stuff mixed together for different texture. These take about 5 to 10 days to germinate, and you surface sow or barely cover them. The seeds need light to germinate, so you don't want to cover them too deep. And then you thin and harvest as baby greens as needed. All right, and basically I'm just gonna come in here and we're just gonna sprinkle out. That's all I'm gonna do, very simply done. And then we're actually gonna water these in. Lettuce forgives quite a lot, and the cold makes it taste even better. Just a Texas tip, afternoon shade helps as temps rise, although I'm going to be changing this bed out to something else before we get too hot. And raised beds warm slightly faster than if you're directly into the ground. Mesclun Mix is a blend of tender assorted leaf lettuces and greens like oak leaf, romaine, and others, offering varied texture and color. It grows 6 to 12 inches tall and is harvested leaf by leaf, making it perfect for cut and come again harvests. Thrives in full sun to light shade with consistent moisture and prefers cooler temperatures for best flavor. Okay, something is going on with my hose, so we're old school today. And just making sure I water at least these seeds in really well. I do have drip irrigation set to these. But to start off, you definitely want to get them in there, get them moist. And especially for these lettuce that are sown just on top, you just want to be gentle with the water so that we don't disturb the seeds too much. Okay, working into another bed, and I'm going to be doing spinach. I don't want to do like a massive thing of spinach. I think I'm just going to work in one quadrant. With that being said, I think it's important for me to go in here and remove a lot of what's currently in here. Now I do have some perennials that are in here. That's right here, this Veronica. These other things, I think are a lot of like liatris, let's see, some petunia seeds, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and pull those up, clean those out. So there's no mistaking the spinach. All right, let's go ahead and lay down some compost here. Just looking for about an inch through this area. Compost is not the same as fertilizer. Compost is going to help build the quality of my soil, also nutrients, but quality of my soil is what I'm more concerned about. Adjust my lines a little bit. Spinach. Spinach loves cool soil, so this is a perfect time to get it in. When you direct sow, it takes about 7 to 14 days to germinate, sometimes longer, so be patient. And you're going to plant it about 1/2 inch deep. It does need dark for germination, and you want to thin it out when it's really young. Slow germination for spinach is normal, so don't panic if it doesn't germinate right away for you. All right, we're going to use Fairy Moore spinach butterfly. And we're going to use the same technique that we were with the radish. So I'm just taking my hoary knife and basically just kind of drawing a few troughs. And then I'm going to try to drop them a few inches apart. I'm sure it won't be perfect, but we'll do the best we can. And then I'm just going to come and squeeze together like this, pulling the soil on either side of the little trough that I made, pulling it together over the seeds. Just like that. Super simple, super easy. All right, and then we're just going to come press down. Just like that. And then we're going to give this a good water as well. Butterlace spinach is a smooth-leafed, reliable spinach variety with tender, dark green leaves great for salads and cooking. It typically grows 8 to 12 inches tall and prefers cool weather for best growth and flavor. Plant in full sun to part shade with fertile, well-draining soil and steady moisture. Okay, feeling really good about that. Getting the lettuce, the radish, the spinach into place, early sowing them. So let's talk about how to know if you can plant now. Gardeners in any zone can plant cool season greens if, and this is an if, soil is workable, not frozen or muddy, which mine was in great shape. Daytime temps are generally above freezing, which mine are consistently above freezing. And overnight freezes are short, not prolonged. So usually anywhere from like an hour to 6 hours tops on freezing temps, which mine are definitely in that area. If your soil can be worked and your freezes are temporary, you're likely to, in a planting window. Like I said, a lot of us gardeners, especially in the South, we work with planting windows as opposed to specific like seasons. So we look at the weather that's continually changing every year. And so going out right now when I've got a warm spell is just a great time to go out there and get these planted. So some general zone guidance. If you are zone 8 and 9, plant now. You're good to go. If you're zone 7, often, yes, you can plant now, but you might need to provide some protection for these baby seedlings. Zone 7 and colder, possibly yes, in raised beds or containers. You are definitely going to have to use row cover or wait for the soil to thaw if you're in zone 7. Zones tell you when to be cautious, not when to plant, just to be aware. So a little bit of protecting early plantings, and this works for all zones. You should definitely not be fearful of planting right now, of planting these things right now. First of all, If it all goes to heck, it's not much money gone. But truthfully, these plants are pretty tough, and if you provide protection for them, they're going to be fine. So if there's going to be a light frost, everything's going to be fine. Don't stress about it. A light frost, all three of these can handle a light frost. Prolonged hard freeze, you are going to need to protect it for a prolonged hard freeze, more than an hour or so. Options for protection are frost cloth, which is what I tend to use, row covers, or an old sheet or blanket. That would only be temporary. I've got a quilt back here that I toss over my ranunculus right now, which are up and doing beautifully. They love this weather right now. These plants are cold tolerant, not indestructible. They can handle quite a bit. So go ahead, go for it. Get them planted, see what happens. Common mistakes across all zones when planting these: waiting for the perfect spring weather, meaning you're waiting too long. These prefer the cooler weather. So especially in my particular zone, zones 8 and 9, now is the time to get them planted. Assuming one frost ruins everything. One frost will not ruin everything for these. So don't stress about it. A light frost is totally fine. A hard, prolonged freeze, you are going to need to protect them. Planting too deep, you don't want to go super deep with these. Specifically, the lettuce need to be surface sown so that they have light in order to germinate. And the radishes and the spinach are only about half an inch deep. And a very common mistake that a lot of people make is skipping the thinning process. You definitely need to take the time to thin out the seedlings, give each of the individual plants some room to grow, and you'll have bigger, healthier plants with that. Most early season failures come from hesitation, not from the actual cold. So keep that in mind. Cool season gardening is about paying attention, not waiting for permission. If conditions are right, trust yourself and go ahead and plant. Especially with something like these seeds, no big deal if it doesn't work out. Go ahead and plant them. I seem to guess, especially zone 7, 8, and 9, I'm pretty sure you'll be okay if you protect them during deep freezes. Hope you guys enjoyed this, doing some direct sowing. I've been asked a lot to do a more direct sowing, and it is such a simple, easy process. It does force you to let go of control, and I am a control freak, so starting inside works great for me. If you want to start some of these veggies inside, you totally can. Radish do not like to be transplanted, so those probably aren't a great option, but lettuce and spinach, you can try to grow those inside, no problem, especially if you're in one of those colder zones and you would just like some fresh greens throughout the winter. You can totally grow them inside. All right, you all, I would love to hear from you. What zone are you gardening in? Are you planting now? Or are you waiting a little longer? Let me know what your thoughts are, what you're thinking about planting, if you've done the lettuce, the spinach, and radishes, and I'd love to hear whether you have success or failures and if you have tips for either of those. And if you're like me and you're on a gardening journey, you would like to do that with a close group of friends, be sure to check out my Patreon community. The link is in the video description below. It's a great group of people, and we like to talk about gardening on a daily basis. It's really nice. If you become a certified Mad Gardener, you have access to all of the lives as well as exclusive videos every month. And you also have access to group chats, photo sharing, and direct messaging to me, which is really fun. And I really enjoy it. We had a really great live this last week, which is really wonderful. I'm looking forward to our next one. Our next live for patrons is Seed Starting Check-In Live, where we're going to be troubleshooting, talking about when to pivot, and answering a bunch of questions about seed starting. So if you would like to join us for that, that would be lovely. All right, you all, as always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.